Welcome to Tri-Valley Sports Fina, your program for the best in local sports action. On this week's show, Riley Winchell comes up big as the Granada Matadors take on defending NCS and NorCal baseball champion De La Salle. Marissa Anderson is outstanding as the Foothill softball team faces Castro Valley. And the Ashton Marr to Tanner Breach connection comes up big as the Livermore Cowboys meet the Washington Huskies. All that plus Amador Dublin boys volleyball and much more right here on Tri-Valley Sports Fina. Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Fina. I'm Ian Bartholomew. On this week's show, we'll have Granada De La Salle baseball, Foothill Castro Valley softball, and Amador Dublin boys volleyball. We'll also see the Livermore boys volleyball team in action. And to get us started with that, it's my co-host, Tim Sbrani.
Great. Thank you, Ian. And after a good 2023 season, which included a victory over De La Salle and a North Coast Section playoff berth, the Livermore boys volleyball team is looking for even more success in 2024. They've done just that as the Cowboys have a winning record at the midpoint of the season. And recently, to keep the momentum going, they hosted Washington of Fremont in a non-league matchup. And there we go, picking up the action from Livermore's brand new, beautiful gym. And there's the Cowboys in their home green. We see Matthew Callaway serving. And look at this nice defense there. Ashton Marr with the block. Livermore again. This time it's Samuel Walter to Marr. Backward set. And there's Vincent Betonio. Nice job. And the Huskies try to set up the kill, but there is Ashton Marr again. Another block. Force to be reckoned with at the net. Now we see more good passing, and this time it would be Tanner Breach with the kill. And then now it's Joaquin Geronimo who would get that one for Washington. So point there for the Huskies. Livermore, though, answering back as a nice pass. And that would be too much to handle. Breach with the kill on that one. This time we see Breach again hitting it over. And a more excellent defense. This time it's Anthony Edwards with the block. Cowboys, very versatile team. Sam Walter again to Marr. And there's Edwards down the middle. So it was a close first set, but Livermore would prevail 25-23. There they are getting instructions from their coach, John Buchenauer, as they get ready for the second set. And this time we see Earl Stacy again, and a part of that versatile Cowboys attack. Antonio to Marr, and there's Tanner Breach again. Nice kill there. More Cowboys. Antonio to Marr. Anthony Edwards right down the middle. And you see the nice pass there. And just too much to handle, Vincent Bentonio. And we see Bentonio not just on offense, but there he is on defense with the block. Another point for the Cowboys. This time it would be Matthew Callaway with the set. And look at Ashton Marr. He's been doing a great job with the sets, but that time a little trickery and a point for Livermore. Now we see Marr backward set. There's Earl Stacy, one of his 10 kills on the night. Here's Ashton Marr showing his versatility. Nice serve. And the return would come right back to Bentonio, who would spike it for one of his 15 kills. And this would be the type of game where we see Edwards getting the winner after the block. And then this time it would be Tanner Breach. He had kills all night long. That time he gets a tap for the winner, and Livermore would go on to win in 4 sets. Close through 3, but then Livermore pulls away big in the 4th. Vincent Bentonio, Tanner Breach, and Earl Stacy. 37 kills combined as the Cowboys earn the win, and nice performance by Livermore.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, this team really has improved a lot over the last year. We saw a De La Salle victory, a big one last year, just to kind of get the program going in the right direction. But yeah, they've made a lot of improvements. There are a lot of weapons on this team. They're dangerous, especially if they make it to NCS, which no doubt they probably will, Division II. They could do some damage there.
There's no doubt. I think in Division II they could make a run and even some noise in the East Bay Athletic League. And again, it's the versatility. It's a lot of different weapons. I mean, Marr does a nice job with his setting, but he's also a force at the net. He does a nice job serving. So it's going to be fun to watch this team continue to develop as the season goes.
Yeah, and we're going to have more volleyball a little later in the show as Amador visits Dublin. But up next, it's our Tri-Valley Sports Final game of the week. This week, we're in Livermore for baseball as the undefeated Granada Matadors take on De La Salle. Plus, a little later, we'll see Foothills softball in action against Castro Valley. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. It promised to be an exciting game as last year's NCS and NorCal Division I baseball champion De La Salle squared off against EBAL playoff runner-up, the undefeated Granada Matadors. Teams split their two meetings last year. And we go out to a Livermore Stanford signee, Parker Warner on the mound for the Mats. Warner would also play a big role at the plate. Here he rips a pitch that goes all the way to the fence. But look at left fielder Ethan Sullivan as he rifles a throw to second. Warner is called out. That retires the side. Top two. Granada with some defense. Runner on, a liner to short. Nate Brown makes the catch. In the bottom half of the inning, the Matadors threaten. Mikey Boyd lines an opposite field hit. He holds it first. Quinn Boyd then grounds to short. The force attempt is thrown away. Mikey hustles over to third while Quinn holds it first. But Spartans and pitcher Tommy Curran escape. The line drive to second. San Diego State commit Hank Tripaldi makes the catch to end the inning. Move to the third, more defense. Tyler Cardy with the blooper. But again, Tripaldi makes the catch. Another nice play. Two batters later, Tommy Brown rips a pitch to deep right. Carlo Garcia drifts back and makes the catch before crashing into the fence. He would be okay and remain in the game. Bottom four now. Parker Warner singles to center. Granada trying to rally at this point from a 1-0 deficit on a Garcia solo homer. Moments later, Riley Winchell lost one to deep right field. At the fence, it is gone. Winchell's second home run of the year. The Matadors jump on top 2-1, clutch hit by the senior, and a big celebration at home plate. Mikey Boyd follows with a liner to center, his second hit of the game. He, however, would be left stranded. Top five, Spartans try to answer. Jamie Mullen with a ground ball up the middle. He holds it first. Joe McGee then squares around to bunt, stays fair, and McGee is aboard. Tripaldi then is hit by a pitch. He heads to first. Bases are loaded. After a fielder's choice, the Mats deliver a wild pitch. McGee slides in with the run. That ties the game at 2. A walk to Brandon Vargas would load the bases, but reliever Luke Palma comes into the game and induces the 6-4-3 double play. Granada's fired up. We remain tied at 2. Bottom five. Tyler Cardy on second after reaching on an error. Tommy Brown then is intentionally walked. Parker Warner also walks. That loads the bases for Riley Winchell, who grounds sharply to second. Spartans get the fourth, but the relay is wild. Cardy and Brown both score as the Mats regain the lead 4-2. Top six now. Granada up 4-3. Spartans with the tying run on third, no one out. Gavin Zagria flies to center. Tyler Cardy makes the catch. Garcia tags up and scores to tie the game at 4. Top 7 now. Spartans with the go-ahead run on first, but A.J. Hadaway induces a 5-4-3 double play. De La Salle comes away empty. Bottom 7. Peyton Richards leads off with a hit down the line. He hustles into second with a double. Tommy Brown then is intentionally walked for the second time of the game. First and second, no one out. Parker Warner lays down the sacrifice. Spartans field, but throw it away. Richards scores the game-winning run. Pandemonium at home plate. That extends into the outfield as the Mats celebrate. Granada defeats De La Salle 5-4. There you see the final score as the Matadors rally for the victory. Afterwards, we talked to a few of the game's stars who said it was a good win for the team.
So our only time playing De La Salle in the regular season, we want to get that dub, home field advantage for the playoffs. You know, there's just a team win. Everyone came together, and we were just loud all day. It was a good dub.
Being a team like De La Salle is going to give us a lot of confidence going forward, but like win or lose, I think we're going to stay confident no matter what. We all love each other. We're all pulling for one another. Someone makes an error, someone makes a bad throw, we're telling them to get the next one, flush it. I think that's our main thing, is everyone loves each other, everyone's playing for each other. Team chemistry is really good with this team.
We're so connected in so many different sports throughout Granada that Granada is a family. It's not in terms of this is Granada football, this is Granada baseball, this is Granada basketball. We're all a family unit. As you look around on the baseball field, on the basketball court, on the football field, you see baseball players, football players, all of sorts. And I feel like in that terms, baseball has grown so much. We take every game by game. We don't look at records from past. We don't look at records for future. We just play our game, and we know if we're the better team to go out on that field that day, we're going to win that. We're going to win that game.
And Granada has since picked up a pair of shutout wins against Doherty Valley and Cal High. They're currently 9-0 and 4-0 in league play and playing very well and with a lot of confidence.
No doubt, and a win like that is going to certainly give you confidence. You know, this had the atmosphere, like a playoff atmosphere. I mean, it really might be a North Coast section or at least an E-ball playoff matchup that we'll see down the line. But I think obviously some timely hitting, but I think the difference in this game was the Granada defense. The Granada defense turned some huge double plays, made some key outs, some tough outs, and I also think in addition to their defense, the pressure that they put in terms of laying down the bunts, they forced the other team to make plays, and even though it's the other team's errors, technically it's an error, it's a forced error, and Granada does that because of their aggressive style, so good win for them. From baseball now, we're going to go to softball. The Foothill Falcons taking on the Castro Valley Trojans. And there we see the Falcons breaking the huddle. At this point, they are trailing early by a score of 1-0. But getting things going, it would be Ellie Nowitzki here walking. And then Casey Burdick would end up flying to left. This ball would be dropped. And she would end up at second base after the error. Then Marissa Anderson, the double to right field. This would end up scoring Nowitzki and Burdick. So a great job by Anderson. But pinch runner Bree Olson gets caught in a rundown, but she would end up stealing home. She would end up scoring. So Foothill, at that point, extending their lead to 3-1. Then we go to the top of the third. Castro Valley cut the lead at that point to 3-2, but Paige Bennett escaped by inducing the pop-up to end the inning. So now we go to the bottom of the third inning, and it's Marissa Anderson yet again with a big hit, this time a single to left. Get things going for the offense. And then Kyla Springer would end up following with a single to left. And a preach runner, Bria Olsen in for Anderson goes to second, but both would end up being left stranded. So we go to the bottom of the fifth. Ellie Nowitzki getting things going with a single to right there. And then Marissa Anderson, you guessed it, this time a liner off the pitcher. She would end up being safe at first. So we see the runners at the corners, and Kyla Springer would help capitalize with the base hit. And Anderson and Nowitzki would both end up scoring. So Foothill extending their lead to 5-2. And then keeping things going for the Falcons, it would be Naomi Braum. She would end up getting the single to center. We'll finish the highlights with this. Alexa Spencel, she would get the double into center past the Trojans defense, knocking in 2 runs. She's only a freshman, so nice job there, helping to put the game away. And you see the numbers in the final. Marissa Anderson and Kyla Springer combined for 4 RBIs as the Falcons continue to stay hot. Currently 8-2 and are only 1 win away from equaling last year's total for the entire season.
Yeah, they're off to a really good start, and this team can hit, no doubt. There are no easy outs in this lineup. They're batting over 400 as a team, so they're never out of the game.
No, and they have a lot of different people that can hit too. And again, another team that's aggressive on the base path. That'll do it for softball. Up next, we'll go back indoors for more volleyball as the Amador Valley Dons take on the Dublin Gales. So please stay with us.
Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final and a matchup between 2 of last year's best boys volleyball teams, the defending NCS Division I champion Amador Valley Dons, taking on the school they defeated in the NCS semifinals, the Dublin Gales. And we go out to Dublin's auxiliary gym, pick it up late in the second set. Amador and Coach Ross Yu break the huddle. Senior Ryan Yu serves, it's an ace. Dons win the second set 25-18. On to set 3. Amador up 2-0. Gales led by head coach Gwen Small, ready to go. And they start off quickly. Reese Chang to Jaden Chan for the smash. Now, Chang serves. Dons try to return, but Cruz Sanchez is there for the block, and Dublin gets the point. This time, Gales go from David Din to Chang to Jaden Chan. Amador responds. Dublin tries to set up the kill, but Jack Bear is there for the block. This time, Dons go from Ryder Kukian to Aiden Lamb to Aiden Husinovich. Ryan Burry now serves. Gales set up the kill, but Husinovich is there for the block. Back and forth we go. Tristan Cox to Reese Chang. Now Cox serves up an ace. Perfect placement. More Dublin. Chan to Chang to David Din. Amador comes back. Nathan Hong to Aiden Lamb to Ryan Yu. Gales answer. Dons try for the kill, but Jaden Chan is there for the rejection. Reese Chang now serves, and Amador is unable to return. But the Dons come right back. Hong to Lamb to Bear. Bear is only a sophomore. More good teamwork. Lamb saves to Hong. Over to Ryan Burry for the point. He's also a sophomore. Dublin continues to battle. Jaden Chan serves. Sean Chowdhury locks. But Amador would be too much. Hong to Lamb to Tanner Kane. And one more time. Burry to Lamb. Back to Burry for the kill as the Dons go on to edge the Gales in 5 sets. There you see the final score as Amador earns the victory. They currently have 11 wins, and even though both schools graduated a lot of players off last year's team, still a close, exciting match and a good comeback by Dublin to force that 5th set.
Yeah, and I think it's a credit to the Gales. I mean, not giving up. I mean, they were down 2-0, easily could have packed it in. They win those 2, but I think Amador Valley, just too many weapons. Bear in particular in that middle was tough to work around. We'll be back with more, including our Tri-Valley Sports Final Athlete of the Week, right after these messages, so please stay with us.
Our Tri-Valley Sports Final athlete of the week is Granada baseball player Parker Warner. The future Stanford Cardinal is off to a great start this season. He leads the undefeated Matadors on the mound with a 3-0 record and a 1.68 ERA. Most recently, Parker pitched a complete game three-hitter with 9 Ks as Granada shut out Cal 2-0. Parker also leads the team in hitting. He's currently batting .467 with 5 doubles, a homer, and 15 RBIs. For his excellence on the diamond, Granada's Parker Warner is our Tri-Valley Sports Final athlete of the week. Congratulations to him. On next week's show, we'll have rivalry boys lacrosse. The Granada Matadors taking on the Livermore Cowboys. And every time those two teams meet, it seems to go right down to the wire. It's always an exciting matchup.
Yeah, good competitive matchup between those two and two programs that are starting to develop along with other teams here in the Tri-Valley. So it'll be a good one to watch.
And we'll also have some softball. The Granada Matadors taking on Amador in an early season showdown. Both those teams figure to be in the mix of things throughout the year.
Well, I think all 5 of our teams, I mean, on any given day can beat each other. You know, I mean, Granada, Livermore, Amador, Foothill, Dublin, it's really competitive this year. It's a lot of fun to see that.
And just loaded with talent, just Division I, Division II talent up and down both lineups, all the lineups there.
The parity. We have another exciting softball game next week, too.
We got Dublin taking on Foothill. Coach Guma Tautau's team looking for a big win. They've played everyone tough so far this year.
They have indeed, and if you like offense, that'll be a good highlight to watch, Dublin Foothill next week.
Absolutely. That'll do it for this edition of Tri-Valley Sports Final. Tim Sabrani, I'm Ian Bartholomew. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.